Our last race out here in the Herr's Elimination Series saw a wild wreck that took out Skylar Taylor from championship contention. And now we head to another wild mile-and-a-half racetrack. This is the Kansas Speedway, and it's going to be a wild, fast race here tonight. One driver safe from elimination, but 16 others who are still in championship contention are in threat of getting eliminated if something goes wrong here tonight. It's the Herr's Elimination Series, back after 3 weeks. We are here for the Kansas City 65K. One driver getting eliminated here tonight at the Kansas Speedway. Hello everybody, this is AG here, and welcome to the Kansas Speedway here, Kansas City, Kansas on the Kansas side. And we're going to have some fun with this one here tonight, leading up to Friday night's Great Wolf Lodge 400 in the Wawa Cup Series. And you know what? A couple of these guys are going to be in that race, including our pole sitter Matthew Hubert, who won our last race at the Texas Motor Speedway here in the Herr's Elimination Series. Definitely got to watch out for him in this race to possibly get a second straight win and be safe for our next race at Indianapolis. But hey, it's going to be a fun race regardless, and hopefully we actually see a battle for the last position, instead of these guys wrecking out on lap 5 and getting eliminated right at the beginning of the race. But I'm joined alongside Nathan Stapleton once again, and Nathan, in that last race, I should say, of Texas, we had a wreck on lap number 5 that took somebody out. What do these guys need to do here at Kansas to avoid wrecking and actually race it out for that last elimination spot?
Well, so far we've had 2 races, and so far we've had 2 crashes where it has taken out the drivers that are currently eliminated. Hopefully we end up finally having a green race here at Kansas, more calm than Texas and Daytona normally is, and hopefully we can have a calm but a exciting race here at Kansas Speedway, and have to wait and see of what Matthew Hubert can do, being safe and trying to go back to back, and also going to see what everyone can do here at the fast mile and a half of Kansas.
It's going to be very fascinating to see how this race plays out. I think it's going to give us a preview for what we're going to see on Friday. And I tell you what, the Wawa Cup has been all over the place lately, and obviously that Dover race was a big benefit to that craziness this season, I guess you can say. It was just, you thought you had it normal and then you didn't. But hey, either way, no pit stops to worry about here tonight. And these guys are going to owe these 27 laps on the tank of fuel that they got, so you can only move your way up through the field on the racetrack, so you got to be able to have a fast car and make the passes here at Kansas. And it's a multi-groove racetrack, so we're going to see these guys going all over the place here tonight. It's going to be quite interesting. Matthew Hubert won the last race at Texas, so he starts on the pole position, and he is safe from elimination here tonight. We do have the 3 drivers who are eliminated from championship contention, starting near the back of the field. Of course, Owen Miles and Michael Lewis, who were eliminated at Daytona, and then Skylar Taylor, who was eliminated at Texas 3 weeks ago. This race only has 1 elimination, it being only 65 kilometers, a shorter race. But the next 2 races after this are going to be double elimination races, and both of the next races are actually going to be done by Caleb. So next time you'll see my voice or hear my voice for one of these races is going to be in July at Chicagoland. So this is my last Herr's Elimination Series race in a little while here on the channel. But hey, we're going to have some fun with this one here tonight. It's Matthew Hubert starting on the pole position alongside Brady Mardi Gras. He got the 28 machine of Brian Webb to the inside of Bryce Egan. 33 machine there of Josh Petty to the inside of Bradley Ream in row number 3. Got the 53 there of Matt Hunter to the inside of the 82, driven by Joey Brown. We got the 37 machine of Tyree Cartman and the 79 of Alexander Rowe. The 21 machine of Roberto Crown Jr. to the inside of the 97 of James Richardson. The 98 machine Amber Palmer to the inside of the 75, driven by Andrew Williams. 57 machine of Owen Miles to the inside of the 17 of Aaron Abel. And you got the 41 Lauren Martinez and the 22 of Skylar Taylor, or should I say Eric Monaco, I should say. Not Skylar Taylor. Skylar Taylor is in the 86, starting dead last in this race as they finished last at Texas. It's the number 8 of Michael Lewis there alongside Taylor in the 86. Of course, Owen Miles, Michael Lewis, and Skylar Taylor all eliminated from championship contention. And one more driver will join them at the end of this one here from Kansas. Go ahead and get these drivers to roll off here. And Nathan, I think any of these guys can go to victory lane here tonight. Who do you think is going to get it done in this Kansas City 65K?
Well, in the bottom of the Pro Series, the Paddling Machine and myself has gone to a great start, and maybe a little bit biased, but I think that the number 97 is going to continue that trend. James Richardson is going to get the job done here tonight.
That's a bold pick. That's a bold pick there, starting deep in the field there. Of course, James Richardson, only his third start of the year. First ran in the Pro Series quite a bit back in the day, and finally made his first start in half a decade, essentially, on the channel. The first race of this season. So we'll have to see what he can do there in the 97 machine. It's going to be a wild race, and I don't feel like Matthew Hubert's going to be able to pull away and dominate this thing. These guys are going to be on the apron, on the front stretch as well, diving down there. It's going to be quite a bit of fun here tonight at the Kansas Speedway. Well, here we go. Pace car's going to pull off here. And we got the number 7 machine of Matthew Hubert and Brady Mardi Gras. And the 69 going to lead us off as they go into the restart zone. We're Green Flag Racing here in Kansas City, and the Herr's Elimination Series is Elimination Series Night in America. Oh boy, and already, that was Roberto Crown Jr. going around. They're the only one to go around. And not too much damage on that 21 machine, thankfully, but we will have a caution very early on in this race. A lot like the Pro Series race last week, and a caution on lap number 1. Not exactly the way we wanted to start out, but thankfully for Roberto Crown Jr., their day is not done. That 21 machine still going, and minimal damage on that car, so let's see how it goes for them. Brady Mardi Gras really fell back there, and you can just tell just how wild it got there at the start of that race. Guys were all over the place on this racing surface, going all the way down low. And how about our race leader, Josh Petty, who started 5th and got the race lead by the exit of turn 2. It's our Daytona winner there, and then right behind him, our Texas winner. So we got our 2 winners so far this season. That's,
no.
Bryce Egan in the 89. Is there an issue on this car?
That might not be good for that 88 machine.
That maybe we'll have to see here. We'll have to see. This could just be a tire issue, and if they can stay on the lead lap, then he'll be in a better position than not finishing the race. Obviously only one elimination here tonight. Right now, Roberto Crown Jr. in that slot, so we'll have to see what this 89 ends up doing here, because he could end up having a deeper problem there. Well, not exactly the way we wanted to start this one out here tonight at Kansas, but hey, it's just the way it goes sometimes. And Josh Petty is your race leader. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first caution, and then update you on Bryce Egan and this elimination spot here in this Kansas City 65K. Well, these guys all over the place here. Off the exit of turn number 4, Brady Mardi Gras on the 69. Gets a little arrow loose off the exit. Comes down on Bradley Ream and then into Roberto Crown Jr. in the 21. But thankfully, that's not too bad of a hit there. I think Mardi Gras actually sustained more damage, and everyone avoids this 21 as they come flying into him right there. That could have been a lot worse. Thankfully, it was not. And thankfully, all 20 drivers still on the lead lap here at the Kansas Speedway in this Kansas City 65K.
3 wide, turn 4, got a little bit tight, and around goes Crown Jr. in the number 21. A couple of light taps for that 21, but luckily, I don't think it was too much damage-wise, and I think they will be just fine, hopefully, on the restart. But an early caution on lap number 1, still a long way to go in this short 27-lap race, and let's see what will happen on the restart.
There's Bryce Egan. We saw him on the apron. Thankfully for him, it was just a tire issue, and he will get back out there, but he will restart in the 20th position. Let's go ahead and get to the restart here. Josh Petty leads the field in the 33. Let's see what he does on the restart here at Kansas. We're back here at the Kansas Speedway, Kansas City 65K here on this Monday night. And thankfully for Bryce Egan, it was just a tire going down, and it went down at the perfect time under the caution right there, so he will remain on the lead lap. So this battle's going to be very interesting for this elimination spot if this thing stays green. You got the 97 there, James Richardson in the back, same with the 17 of Aaron Abel. Roberto Crown Jr. got spun around, and then the 89 if Bryce Egan had the tire issue. It's going to be fascinating to see who ends up in that position, especially if this thing stays green. It's going to be interesting to see who gets the win as well. It's Josh Petty leading the field in the 33, in the 7 machine of Matthew Hubert. 37 there of Tyree Cartman, 28 of Brian Webb, and then the 53 of Matt Hunter. That's the top 5. We're back underway on lap 6 of 27 here at the Kansas Speedway.
That was a perfectly timed caution for that number 89. And how about this move from Brian Webb from top to bottom through line on the inside. And all the way looking like what we saw on lap number 1, Chaos already. As here comes the 53 of Matt Hunter and the 98 of Amber Palmer as well on this inside lane. Have to watch out for turn 4 again.
Ooh, more contact. Boy. That was the 82. Joey Brown, who got into the outside wall right there and it bounced into Andrew Williams, but thankfully nobody went around right there. These guys, they're utilizing every inch of this racetrack here. And you know what? This is something that we will more than likely see on Friday night. All right, last driver in line. This is 21 now. Keep in mind, Brady Mardi Gras got some damage. He was caught up in that one. And this might be the saving grace for Roberto Crown Jr. And the keyword is might. So we'll have to see and how to manage that battle as we move on throughout this race. Meanwhile, up front, 53 of Matt Hunter has taken the race lead away from Josh Petty. Amber Palmer's up here in 3rd. And then you got the 8 machine of Michael Lewis, an eliminated driver, going for a race win here. Already up to the 4th position in this one. They're 3 wide back here. That's James Richardson bouncing down to the inside of Andrew Williams and Brian Webb. And look at this madness here. Just all over the place here, and they do kind of wash it up going off the exit right here. Bryce Egan there, and the 41 of Lauren Martinez is going to tap the outside wall, and she's going to lose a lot of momentum right here. And right here is Roberta Crown Jr. in the 21 looking to take this last spot away from her. And right there, that is the elimination spot. And Roberta Crown Jr. trying to hold on in this championship here tonight, trying to get around this 41 and have a shot at it. Got 2 battles going on the racetrack. You got the lead and you got that elimination spot going on. That makes it very interesting here at the Kansas Speedway.
And to add on top of that, these drivers hitting the wall off the turn 4, getting tight and running all over the place. Fantastic action so far. But like to say that it might come down to keeping it clean and not hitting that wall off turn number 4 if you don't want to get eliminated here. But you mentioned the eliminated driver of number 8. Michael Lewis, and at this point, if fully eliminated, go for broke, you can still get a race victory here on AG the channel. That's what Michael Lewis is trying to do, same with Owen Miles and Skylar Taylor. And speaking of Owen Miles, look at him also up towards the front.
Yeah, and of course, Owen Miles and Michael Lewis got eliminated in a big wreck at Daytona, so those guys obviously really never had a chance to really show their speed in terms of the championship. Well, they have a chance to show their speed here in these races, maybe get some race victories as the season rolls along. Matt Hunter, though, in the 53, holding on to the race lead for now. You got the 33 of Josh Petty, Amber Palmer, and you got the 22 machine there of Eric Monaco running in 4th, and James Richardson rounding out the top 5. I think somebody in this booth picked him the win as we got, oh no, a big wreck there. Matthew Hubert, Brian Webb, Tyree Cartman, and then I think that's the 8 machine of Michael Lewis, who also got caught up as well. And Brady Mardi Gras in the 69, and I think, well, we're going to have to see. The good thing for Matthew Hubert is that he was already safe from elimination coming into this race, but a big wreck there. We're not even halfway through this race yet, and we've had 2 wrecks here tonight. A bit wild out there here at the Kansas Speedway. These guys, I tell you, they're anxious to get up there, get the lead, and get this race win, and also to keep away from being eliminated. And these guys tend to do some crazy things trying to stay out of that last spot. That's great for Roberto Crown Jr. They will not be eliminated here tonight because there will be drivers who are knocked out from that accident. See, is Mardi Gras still out there in the 69? Yes, he is. That is good news for Mardi Gras, and it's looking like it's going to be Brian Webb in the 28 who is going to end up getting eliminated the way that order is looking right now. That is such a tough break for Brian Webb, and that's just the shame of this series so far, is that each of these eliminations have been a wreck that has occurred and not a battle on the racetrack. So such a shame for all these guys who have been eliminated from wrecks that are not of their doing. But then again, too, we really don't know how this one ended up shaking out. But yeah, Brian Webb is in last place, and Brian Webb will be the driver eliminated from championship contention here tonight at the Kansas Speedway. That's a shame. Brian Webb, a very solid driver, and something that wasn't his doing, going to take him out of this one.
A very tough break for all those drivers, and especially, I'm just going to point this out, Michael Lewis, who was just up front before all this happened, trying to grab a race victory in the number 8. Not going to get the win here tonight, honestly, and tough break. I don't know what Kansas has had, I don't know what the series has had, and I don't know what I've done the last 2 races in the booth, but the second time I'm in the booth and the third time in all 3 races, we've had a big wreck down the front stretch.
Yeah. I don't know. These guys, they don't have quite the experience, but still, you know, we're going to have to do some changes, I think, to the track before we head into Friday night's Cup race. We don't want to see a massive wreck fest on Friday night. Whereas last year, the Cup race went caution-free here at the Kansas Speedway. That's when Drew Webb got his first ever win on the channel. All right, let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the second caution of the night here at the Kansas Speedway. You got the 53 there, Matt Hunter leading the field. But Brian Webb's going to be eliminated from championship contention here tonight after this big wreck on the front stretch here in the Kansas City 65K. Well, we were just talking about Michael Lewis having a strong run in this race, but he slipped back a little bit right here, and then that's Bradley Ream getting up out of the groove just a little bit in the 90. And Michael Lewis just comes right into him and spins himself out. And it's a shame, because if this was all that occurred, we'd be fine, and all these guys would still be out there on the racetrack. But unfortunately, what goes down must come up. And that is exactly what happened right here. Matthew Hubert right into him. Same with Tyree Cartman, and then right there, Brian Webb getting pounded there into the 7, and then going up in the Mardi Gras. And what determines who finishes ahead of who is who goes further on the racetrack. And by a twist of fate, Tyree Cartman is going to be just a little bit further ahead than that 28 when they stop. And I mean just a little bit. Matthew Hubert and Michael Lewis, they don't really have a say in it because one's eliminated, one is safe. Brady Mardigraw was able to drive away from the accident, but that difference right there, I don't know how well we can see it from any of these angles, that 37 being just a little bit further ahead is what will give that 28 elimination here at Kansas. What a shame there for Brian Webb here in this one.
A little bit too close off turn 4, and unfortunately for Michael Lewis, spent himself out. You don't see that every day on and on, but nowhere to go for the 7, 37, 28, and 69. A massive 5-car incident with a lot of big hits right there. And unfortunately, it's going to come down to a matter of feet between a couple of cars right there of Harmon and Brian Webb. And unfortunately, that's going to knock out the 28. And luckily, that's going to help Roberto Crown Jr., as they will be officially safe with that minor tap under the Fuzio. But now we can focus on the race win of who gets the job done. But will it be Matt Hunter, or will it be someone else?
We're going to have to see. A lot of these guys want to get a race victory, including eliminated Owen Miles. Let's see how it all goes down. Of course, I'll say this one thing. We're back here at the Kansas Speedway, Kansas City 65K action, and a big wreck once again, going to eliminate some drivers here tonight. And look at that, 5 drivers knocked out from that wreck. We only have 15 drivers left on the racetrack. And Brian Webb, unfortunately, going to be the one eliminated here tonight after that one. So that's going to leave 16 drivers heading into Indianapolis, still in championship contention. Here we go. Matt Hunter going to lead us to the green flag here with Amber Palmer, Eric Monaco, James Richardson, and Josh Petty right behind him trying to get this race win. Now, Matt Hunter going for his first career win on the channel, same with Amber Palmer. But James Richardson's won before, and you know what? This could be. You know, you're good at picking winners, Nathan. I don't know if you ever realized that. You do not jinx people like some of the other commentators we have on this channel. And James Richardson may very well end up getting this race win because of that. Here we go. Matt Hunter's going to pull out, though. Amber Palmer, James Richardson, and you got Owen Miles trying to get a race win as an eliminated driver. He's got a fast car here tonight. Bryce Egan, remember he had a tire go down under the first caution, started dead last, restarted dead last. Now he's up into the top 7. Of course, each position matters into the starting lineup for Our next race at Indianapolis. And you see Lauren Martinez down the pit lane. Good news for her, though. She does not have to worry about getting eliminated in this race. So 14 drivers still out there and remaining on the lead lap. But Matt Hunter pulling away from this field here at Kansas.
Yeah, Matt Hunter doing exactly what he needs to do. I think the one is something about me picking the right people up in the front or winning. I could be wrong. I don't know if I said Matthew Hubert to win at Texas or not. But I picked James Richardson in this 97, and he is flying in second. How about Owen Miles? Eliminated from championship contention, but like I said, not eliminated from actually racing, and Owen Miles could easily get 4 or 5 wins this season in the elimination series in knockoff win after win after win.
Oh, that's quite a tall task in an equal rating series.
It's happened before.
Do you think he's Chase Harris?
Chase Harris 2.0, I don't know.
He did it a couple years ago in the IndyCar series. Won 5 races in 16 in an equal rating of series, and no, he did not pay me off like some of you thought. That was a wild time. Hey, how about Owen Miles, though? And Richardson had to check up into the corner, and he may actually get second here and try to chase down this 53 for the race win. And here's the thing. If Owen Miles wins this race here tonight, then nobody's going to be safe from elimination next time out at Indianapolis. So that's going to be very, very fascinating if that ends up being the case. We'll have to see if Miles can, in fact, close in on this 53. Richardson had to check up right there. Here comes the 17 machine. Good run here for Aaron Abel here tonight, trying to get some advantages. And you know what? I feel like... Yeah, he didn't. I think Aaron Abel did very well here in the IndyCar Series a year ago. He's doing really well here right now. Going to take second away there from the 57. And all these guys just keep battling for second place. That's allowing Matt Hunter to pull away. And we're at the point of no return. And considering the way this race has gone so far, that's a very important fact right there. We got 5 laps to go here in this Kansas City 65K for Matt Hunter. And Aaron Abel trying to close in on him.
Matt Hunter, well, he wants a caution at this point, just so he doesn't have to race it out with anybody and gets first win on the channel. But you know what? Abel, wink, nudge, nudge. My IndyCar driver the last couple of seasons. He's a pretty good driver on the channel and on the offline scene of things and trying to chase him down. We have the 17 and 97 closing in a little bit, about 2/10 laps time by on Matt Hunter, but they're going to go side by side again, 97 up to second. And it's all good to battle for second, but we only have 3.5 laps to go here at Kansas.
James Richardson trying to close in on Matt Hunter, though. Had a very good entry into that corner, and I think there's a bit more grip on that inside lane than these guys realize. They're running a middle line here in this one here tonight, and I think that's definitely making it a little difficult for these guys to get up to that 53, but as long as Richardson can find a way to the bumper of the 53, he might have a shot at this win, and he might have a good chance right here. He's closing in on Matt Hunter for this race lead, and he's got the experience. Got a lot of experience behind the wheel. Of course, it's been a while since he's been behind the wheel on the channel, but this could be Richardson's night, and trying to close in as it's 2 laps to go here in the Kansas City 65K for Matt Hunter in the 53. Will Richardson be able to pass him here before the end of this race? He's got 2 laps to do it. Oh, and here we go. He's got a huge run to the inside. And how about that for James Richardson? They're going to be side by side down the backstretch here at Kansas.
2 laps to go, less than 3 miles now. 2, 3, and 4. Am I going to do this again and pick the race winner to get the job done? It's not over yet. Still 1 mile, 1 lap to go, and any of these top 3 can get this race win still.
Yeah, it's not over yet. White flag in the air for James Richardson. Matt Hunter trying to close back in, but a good lap there for Richardson, and he's pulling away. And that might seal it for the 97. Trying to get safety from elimination next week out, or should I say a couple weeks out, at Indianapolis. And he's going to do it. James Richardson in the 97 going to get his first win on the channel in almost 7 years. Richardson wins the Kansas City 65K. Matt Hunter will start second in Indy. Aaron Abel, Owen Miles, and Bryce Egan the top 5. And it looks like we may have had a wreck right at the end of the race there. As they were coming to the checkered flag. Andrew Williams in the 75 and Amber Palmer in the 98 machine. They were all over the place here tonight. Unfortunately, Bryce Egan will be the driver eliminated from championship contention. But it's James Richardson going the victory lane here at Kansas.
I could be wrong if I picked Matthew Hubert to get the race win, but hey, I picked the 97 of James Richardson to get the job done. And once again, I'm on a roll. Maybe I should be in every race and just pick one, and then that will end up being the race winner for the Her's Elimination Series. A victory lap from Richardson Way, win from that 97 machine, and he's going to be safe at Indy next time out, and that's a good track to be safe for him, because track position is a bit important. He's going to start up front, and he's going to be safe. All he needs to do is be up front, try to get a good finish for the next week, for the next race afterwards, or he could win, and I think he would have be safe again 2 races in a row. So who knows what that 97 can do?
Yeah, we'll have to see what Richardson can do. Definitely a solid driver, and great to see him back in victory lane after all these years here on the channel. He gets it done here at Kansas. I tell you, this wild race after another here on the channel. We can't have a normal race to save our lives. Unfortunately, Brian Webb will be eliminated from championship contention, and that's a shame because he got caught up in that wreck that really, took out all those guys, and it's a shame that that's what it's been the past 3 times. Once we get down to it and really start eliminating a bunch of these drivers from the field, then it'll actually come down to, even if we do get a wreck, a lot of the guys who wreck may end up being eliminated drivers, and it's going to get harder and harder as the season goes along to stay in championship contention. But James Richardson's good until at least Charlotte, as he's safe from elimination for our next race at Indy. And we'll actually have 2 races the same week there during Indy 250 week in the Her's Elimination Series, so it'll be about a month's time before we're back. But James Richardson going to lead him to the green flag for the Indy 80K. Yes, the Indy 80K from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And that's coming up in just about a month's time during Indy 250 weekend. Hey, the Indianapolis 250 is just around the corner as well, about less than a month now when that race will be run. We're excited for Indy 250 week, and then we also got another race tomorrow, the Dash for Cash starting in the Her's Sprint Series. I almost said the Her's Dash Series. That used to also be a thing. But these cars used to be the Her's Dash Series. That's tomorrow night from Armory Digital. That begins. And then, of course, Friday night, we're at Kansas once again for the Wawa Cup Series. IndyCar is Thursday night. We got a lot of great stuff coming up this week here on the channel, and excited to see how it all goes down. But hey, congratulations to James Richardson on his race victory here at Kansas. And huge congratulations to that whole team. They got their first win, his first win in about 7 years. I think it was a Pro Series back in 2017, the last time he went to victory lane, and that was quite a while ago. But hey, either way, thank you so much for joining me, Nathan. We'll see you guys next time out. You'll hear my voice again in this series in July, as Caleb's going to do the next 2 races once we get down to it at Indianapolis and Charlotte. And then I'll be back for Chicagoland in early July. So James Richardson gets it done here tonight at Kansas, and we'll see you guys next time out at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I will see you guys later.